All right. So here is something that's a little more interesting, serious, and not a very nice memory. Something I feel bad about. So there's this place in my town called the Aquatic Center that me and my cousin went to. That I've only been to once. Uh, I did go there about a month ago now, just to take photos for the thumbnails for the videos, and I'm glad that they were not open, like because there was no one there, so I was able to take some photos. I wouldn't have been, it probably would have been, it would have looked bad if I was over there taking photos of the place if there were people there swimming and playing around at the aquatic center. So I probably wouldn't have gotten as close, or maybe like from far away I would have gotten a crappy photo. But I was able to get kind of close to the aquatic center to take a few photos. So yeah, so no one was there. So I couldn't get up close to like the pool area, uh, because it was like, because it was closed, it was locked up, so they had like the fence, it was fenced in and locked up, and they didn't even have any water in the pool. Uh, so I don't know if it's just like closed temporarily, or like why are they going to put water in later? I don't know when the aquatic center is open for business. It's not like cold out. It's June. It was May then that I took the photos, so I don't know why they wouldn't be open. Uh, so me and my cousin were at the aquatic center, and I feel kind of funny that I was there because so my cousin can swim, or he could swim. He's not alive anymore. So my cousin liked to swim, and I didn't know how to swim. So it was odd that I was even at the aquatic center since I didn't know how to swim. I don't think I should have even been there. They had this like water slide. There's really big. You got to walk the ladder to get all the way. Was it ladder or stairs or a ramp? I don't. Maybe it was like a ramp. But there's this like big water slide. It like spirals. Well, once you get up to it, then you spiral down into the pool. So I went up there to do that. I was a little hesitant about it because I didn't want to, like, since I don't know how to swim, I didn't want to be like launching myself into deep water. But I guess the water wasn't very deep. Uh, I guess my cousin said the water wasn't deep, so I just took his word for it. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. So I went up there, and I was a little scared about it, but I did it, and everything was fine. It was a nervous time for me since I couldn't swim, but it was all right. Uh, but other than that, I didn't really do much at this aquatic center. They had this like kiddie pool area that I could have gone in, but I felt like I'm not a little kid, and I would have been embarrassed going over there with the real young kids. But my cousin was in the deeper pool, and so I guess I don't know how long we were there, but like not a great place to go if you don't know how to swim. So I was just sitting on the off to the side of the pool at the aquatic center, and my cousin was in the pool, and he was swimming, and um I guess he was talking to me, and he was like at the edge of the pool swimming, and so um there was this one moment where I don't know why, but he dunked his head down a little bit in the water, so he was under the water at the edge of the pool, and there were these other kids that were walking by, and they must have recognized my cousin before he had dunked his head, and they saw me, and they made a gesture to reassure me that what they were going to do was okay. And they went like this, as if to say, don't say anything. So they gave me the impression that what they were about to do was not a big deal, and that I could trust them because they they knew my cousin is and my cousin wasn't going to be bothered by what they were about to do. I was just That's just the impression I got. Just the way they were gesturing to me, and like, oh, they know my cousin. It's okay. What they're about to do is just all in good fun. Um, but I don't think so, because I would not have wanted anyone to do this to me. So these kids, well, one of them specifically, it was like maybe a couple of kids. Uh, he reached down, and while my cousin, so this is all while my cousin was he had dunked his head under the water. So this other kid goes like this and says, "Okay, don't say anything. Everything's fine." He didn't say that. He's just gesturing it. He put his hand on my cousin's head while my cousin's head was under the water. So I don't know if my cousin was like, why he dunked his head under the water. Was he like just seeing how long he could hold his breath? Because that would have made this even worse. He was just having fun in the pool, and this other kid holds my cousin's head under the water, which sounds pretty horrible, because that's like something you want to do if you are trying to kill someone. But I don't remember how long he was doing that. Maybe like uh, 5 maybe like 5 to 10 seconds. Just hold my cousin's head under the water. I think my cousin might have like when he did that, when he was dunking his head, he might have had his hands on the edge of the pool. So just imagining that, especially like for someone who can't swim, but like so you're in the pool and you're dunking your head under the water, and it's you can't see anything above you, and then when you're like ready to lift your head out of the water, maybe to get some oxygen, maybe because you were like, oh, okay, this is as long as I can hold my breath, so I'm gonna go up, but then someone is holding your head down. I imagine that to be very horrible because you could start to panic because you don't know what's going on. Why is someone not letting me out of the water to breathe? And um, since he was talking to me at the edge of the pool, it's likely that he thought I was doing that to him. Possibly. So I guess this kid was just doing this to my cousin because he thought it'd be funny, uh, or maybe he was just retaliating or just being a bully. Or I don't know. I don't know why he did this. I just assumed that he knew my cousin and they were just doing this because this is how they behave toward one another. But then so after he let my cousin out of the water to breathe, to lift out of the water. I don't think he got completely out of the pool right away, but after he did that, um, I'm sure this kid was probably laughing about doing this to my cousin. But my cousin was angry, understandably. I don't remember what he said, but I I remember him being angry about it. So then, right then I could see that it wasn't okay what had just happened. Um, but I was just a bystander. So my cousin was angry, and then so after the other kid left, my cousin was angry at me for not. I think he said, "Why didn't you say anything, or why didn't you do anything?" I don't remember. I don't remember what my defense was. I but not much to say about it. Not much I could have said to defend myself, but I felt uncomfortable about the situation, and I feel bad about not having done anything. But from my perspective, like I didn't know what like see I couldn't swim, so what if this other kid decided to like if I had said or done anything, what if he decided to like push me into the pool? What if he had retaliated on me if I had tried to defend my cousin? That's just what I think of retrospectively, but like yeah, at the time I didn't say or do anything. I just went along with what was going on, and um, I I feel bad about it now because I think if, especially when I was, like I discussed previously about my cousin defending me at the recreational center. So if the roles were reversed, if I was in the pool, like if I had no, if I had been a good swimmer, if I had known how to swim, if I was in the pool and I had dunked my head under the water, and my cousin was outside the pool and he saw some other kid holding my head under the water for a few seconds, I think my cousin would have defended me, considering he defended me at the recreational center. So that makes me feel bad because he wouldn't. I don't think he would have let that happen to me. So I'm very sorry about not doing anything.